Welcome everyone to the broadcast. It is fantastic to have you all here tonight. Hello everybody, we're playing some more Last Epoch today. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your week. It is Monday night. Oh man, weekend's over. It's time to get back in the swing of things. Played a little bit of Helldivers this weekend with the Gagolian, and that game was just incredible. Really enjoyed that. Cannot wait to get back into that on Saturday night. Yeah, I can see what everyone's talking about with that thing. Honestly, it was quite the experience. Hello, Vento, good evening. And now we're back into Last Epoch. We're playing a little bit more of the end game. We have our Meteor Sorcerer. Doing some monoliths tonight. Then starting a new build. Starting a new playthrough. Might also do some dungeons to try and to see if I can unlock some of those shortcuts. New build starting tonight. Lacaster, thank you. So, yeah, that's the plan. Meteor Sorcerer endgame, and then new build at some point. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Alright. I've got a busy week ahead of me. I'm sure you all do too. Let's get right into it. Fire up the game. We'll get started tonight. Gotta say, I really enjoyed the end game for Last Epoch. It's one of those things where I just kind of get into this nice groove with it, and time just flies by. It just flies by. You know, there's always something to work toward. There's always something new to achieve. Yeah, really good. I discovered the corruption. So you get these little timelines, right? The timelines have their little quests and, you know, the little shards that you can go do to increase your stability, and then eventually you get out to the very edge of the web and you can reset the web, but it increases your corruption, which increases the difficulty, but also increases the loot. And you can do that in every one of them, and there's dozens of them. That's great. Alright, here we go. Pause that. Boom. And there we go. Alright, so here's my little sorcerer. Level 70. Pretty good. Gets the job done. I really enjoy this meteor build. I discovered that there's a belt. A unique belt. I don't know if it's still in the game, because every video that I saw was in, like, pre-release 0.9 something, whatever. And this belt was, every time you critically strike with a spell, it would cast meteor. Which seems crazy to me. So I'm a self-cast meteor build. Blood, Frost, and Death. So I'm level 70. So we're just at the level to do that. The Black Sun, I finished that. Did I not pick a bonus here for the Stolen Lance? Defeat God Hunter Argentus and reclaim the Lance of Hierot. Alright. Seems fine.
Oh, come for the lance, have you? Ha! You shall die trying. lance will make me a god. The lance's power is exhilarating.
Is exhilarating.
Run, I will burn brighter than Raya himself. What are you to a god? You are nothing. This lance will make me a god.
Oh, we're in the ad phase. Oh, I see. Is this ad phase just don't stop moving? That was pretty cute.
The lancer's power is exhilarating. Run. I will burn brighter than Raya himself. What are you to a god? You are nothing. This lance will make me a god. No, you're just a human.
I say
Supposed to be unstoppable.
I came so close to just dying instantaneously there. Increased shield drop rate, increased quiver drop rate, increased boots drop rate. I think we're gonna go with the boots, right? Hey, Muznik, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that, thank you. Welcome, folks. Hello, everyone from Muznik's chat. If you're new here, I am the sharply dressed man. It's good to meet you. Playing a little bit of Last Epoch tonight. Been meaning to check it out. It's good. It is good. Trying to get to that set relic right there. It's a lot of fun. We're doing, so I'm a level 70 Meteor Sorcerer. I've finished the campaign. We're doing the end game right now for a bit, and then I'll probably be starting a brand new playthrough at sometime tonight. 88%. Alright, so I'm just reading the benefits here. Increased melee cold damage per 10 health regen. Yeah, so the end game right now is basically each of these little islands represents like a sub area. Then you advance through that, they get higher and higher levels. They have like these little webs of maps that you can go do. And as you progress, the loot gets better. Difficulty increases. So we're going all the way through this. Well, not all the way, but we're doing this tonight. And then picking a new build and going from there. How was your stream? What did you get up to today? Echoes. They're called echoes. Okay. So I've completed 3 monoliths, conquered 4 timelines, and finished 62 echoes. I've unlocked 5 timelines. Alright. So, let's see. We're starting a brand new one. Blood, Frost, and Death. That sounds gruesome. Dark Souls 3. One step closer to Elden Ring prep. Nice, man. Yeah, excited for the Elden Ring DLC coming out? I am thrilled. Cannot wait. We are gonna... It's gonna be a nice... It's gonna be a good year. We got, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out in just a couple weeks. Horizon Forbidden West coming out in just a couple weeks. Elden Ring DLC coming out in a few months. Yeah. It's gonna be a good year. So why is this? Oh, this is a different color blue because this is I'm using a different loot filter now. Interesting. So it's like not yellow, it's blue. Hey, Shadow. I think I have the second piece of this set. I think that's this. Shard of the Shattered Lance. Fragments of the Shattered Lance. Yeah, so this is the main hand and... So it's a one-handed sword and a relic. Interesting. I wonder if you could get 2 swords. What does this do? 15% increased melee cold damage per 10 health regen? So the main hand has 7 health regen and 88% increased melee cold damage. And the relic has 88% health regen, so that's different. That's just plus 7. This is 88% increased. With the 62% increased melee cold damage. That's really good. Maybe I'll do that with the PC port. Yeah. I'm having a good time with the PC ports for most of these games. They seem pretty solid for the most part. I think a few of them are pretty rough on launch, so I might let Forbidden West sit for a couple weeks before I actually play it. I think I'm gonna play Dragon's Dogma 2 before that, and then I'll play Forbidden West. Zero Dawn, yeah. So there's, I think you can list a lot of games that are really rough on launch. I hear Zero Dawn was really rough. Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think is like historically very rough on launch.
Fools.
Sliced by Master Zarek. That boss is kind of a pain.
Drop that.
Because he blocks everything unless you're standing right on top of him. And of course he's got giant poison pools, so he's just kind of a pain. Yeah. The mods the people created for Final Fantasy VII Remake provided a great deal of comedy. Yeah. Let's see, we got some staves. Chill and shock. Oh, fire penetration. I've been looking for a weapon with fire penetration on it. And we didn't get a shard. That's too bad. Okay, we've got idols, and I think we're gonna go up to rare amulets. Swapping out Cloud's weapon for a Tifa model, so he was just swinging Tifa everywhere. That's actually hilarious.
Fools. Fools. Fools.
I really enjoyed Remake. I hear people say Rebirth is just fantastic, so I cannot wait for that to be ported over. We're sucked into one of the mini games in Rebirth. Was it the triple triad? Was it triple triad in Rebirth? Zero main story progress. It's a sign of a good mini game right there. It's not triple triad, but it's a card game. Got it. Hello, Cowboys. Welcome. Hello, Viridia. You see, I went with the Chaos build. I am, yes, maximum meteors as far as the eye can see. Oh, this is blue because it's a mage item. That's what that is. I just loaded up a new loot filter. And I'm still trying to figure out exactly how it works. So this is a blue item, just a regular blue item. This is a blue mage item, so it's a dark blue. And then you just have the regular old yellows. Yeah, no control over targeting. I have no control over where these meteors go. They just go places. I can tell them kind of roughly where I want them to land, but then it's up to them after that. I just have to cross my fingers and hope they do what I intend them to do. That made the last boss really hard. I'll tell you, it made the last boss really hard, because half of the mechanics are attacking specific things. And I couldn't do that. At least not reliably. Increased cold damage. Let's see. Spell leech while channeling. Okay. Spell leech while channeling. Ward retention and cold damage. Yeah, exactly, Rydia. In my case, there are these like little things you have to attack, right? So there's 3 pylons that spawn. You have to kill them. And for me, I would very frequently drop meteors on top of the little pylons, and they just wouldn't die. They wouldn't take any damage. So I had to sit there and spam the damn things over and over and over again. And that just made the last boss really take a lot longer than it should have. Once the game gave you the card game, you dropped the main story? So wait, how does the card game work in terms of progression? How can you spend that much time on it? What is there to do with it? I feel like that's something where you would play it for a little bit, then you get tired of it, or you'd have to move on again to get more people to play. So you can buy booster packs. There's people that you can play against. Got it.
Fools.
Okay, well, it's not to say that you can keep playing the game without having to, like, progress the story, I guess. Freeze rate. Man, I would be so stacked if I was playing a freeze sorcerer or some kind of cold-based sorcerer right now. Just absolutely stacked. But I'll tell you what, I haven't found... I got 3 of these? I haven't found very much meteor or fire equipment at all. Alright, let's see. We can probably shatter both of these. Frailty on hit, yeah. Freeze rate, yeah.
Yes?
This is a lot I haven't actually touched. I haven't done any of the arenas. I've only done 1 dungeon. And I didn't even I didn't finish it. I didn't do it successfully. Slay all 3 patrolling desecrated flesh. That sounds delightful. So is anybody else playing Last Epoch? What are your favorite builds so far? Looking for recommendations of what I should do next. I have an idea of which archetype I want to play, but in terms of actual build, we'll just have to play it by ear, I think. Alright, so that's 2. That is a lot of bad guys. That's okay, because I have a lot of meteors. I was watching some folks play, like, end game, and it just looks completely different in terms of gameplay style than what I'm doing right now. Plus 43 melee void damage. Melee void, huh? Yeah, there's definitely Path of Exile in this game. I find it a lot easier to follow in terms of constructing a build and playing the game than Path of Exile.
Yes.
Now, Path of Exile feels very intimidating, I would say, to most newer players. Because it's a very, I feel like it's a very technical game. You really have to understand the interactions of every single thing in order for you to make a build that really works in the end game. Constructing a build in PoE is like a full-time job. Yeah, exactly. It's like actually playing the game is the last part. You spend like hours playing Path of Building, so you can plan out every iota of your build before you actually play the game. Spreadsheet simulator? A little bit like that, yeah. It's a little bit. So this game, I would say, there's a lot of depth to it. There is a lot of depth in terms of synergies between skills that you choose, gear that you choose, your class, your specialization, stuff like that. And there is a degree of commitment. Right, there are certain things, and you know, Path of Exile is really big about commitment. There's certain things that you cannot change in terms of your build. But for the most part, you know, if you want to just go do something else, you can do that. It's a lot easier to pivot in this game. And it's a lot easier to create a build that feels satisfying without having to understand every nuance of the game's mechanics. And that's also one of the reasons why I like it more than Diablo 4, because I feel like Diablo 4 is very rigid. It's exceptionally rigid. And what I mean by that is, if you want to make a particular build, it's very gear-centric. Right? If you want to make a particular build, you need very specific pieces of gear to make that build work. And I don't feel like you need to do that here. As long as you can really understand what you're trying to go for, you can probably get to a point where you're going to be successful. It does a really good job of making you feel, this game does a really good job of making you feel like you're good at it. You're good at playing the game. Damn. I got exploded. I'm not even sure what happened. You don't like having to play the PoE story every season? The PoE story is like pretty quick, right? Isn't it? It's a small part of the actual experience. Yeah, that was fast. I died. I think I know what happened. I saw one of those eye things up there. They have this, the floating eyes have this, like, big attack that they do. And I'm pretty sure he was channeling it. It's a big channeled attack. He was channeling it on one of my allies before I even was on the screen. And then I teleported in, and as soon as I teleported, he finished it, and I instantly died. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. This is bad timing. Exactly.
Fools! Fools!
Aside from that, though, I really like Path of Exile. I think it's very satisfying. But it is really hard to play, I would say, for new people. It does a really good job of gatekeeping the end game from players that are not like 100% invested in it. Oh, that was it? Cool. Guess we're done. I got a lot of stuff here. Boulder Fists. You cannot leech health. Increased melee stun chance, duration, armor, health. Cannot leech. That seems interesting from a... What is it? What do they call them? It's like Protector? The not Paladins? It seems like it would be good for them. Melee cold damage. Hang on. Melee cold damage, freeze rate multiplier, dodge rating, mana. Yeah, right. I've done that before. I've gone through the whole thing, gotten through like all the acts, and then get to maps, and then hit a brick wall. I will say, I feel like for this game, the difficulty curve is a little bit weird. I think that they haven't really tuned it quite right yet. The last act of the game, for me, felt really hard. And then once I got through the last act, and like the final boss took me, I don't know, 2 hours or something like that to kill. And it wasn't necessarily helped by the fact that my particular build was not very good at doing that boss's mechanics, but with that aside, the last boss was really hard for me to kill. And then once I got through the final act, it killed the last boss, and I got into the Monoliths, which is the, you know, this area, the end game. Like, this was just it was way easier. It was shockingly easy compared to the last few maps and the last boss. So I think they still have a little bit to do to balance out making this story, the campaign, challenging but not punishing towards the end. And no, I really was just the last act, just the final act was that way. Everything else is pretty fair.
Fools!
Also, I don't know if this is just me, but it also feels like this game drops minion loot constantly. Man, minion builds must be so geared. Because everything drops minion loot. Feels like such a common affix. Okay, so we finished our cooldown recovery speed. Now we just need to go back and I think fill out some of the nodes that we're missing. from earlier tiers. Spell crit per intelligence. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that's really not very high value right now. This is probably the best. Increased elemental resistance, damage, and stun chance with elemental spells. There's a few in here that I think I need as well. So I can avoid the cold. Of anything cold related, I really don't use anything lightning related. Very, very peripherally do I have anything to do with lightning. Let's see. What else have we got? A lot of this, I want to say a lot of this tree depends on you using multiple elements. Right, so there's a lot of stuff here that makes you, or that gives you bonuses for using chill, shock, and ignite, or dealing lightning, cold, and fire damage. Which is cool. I might just go here and here, and then get the mirror breath. I do Dragon Mage, Dragon Breath, then Mirror Breath. Because I do have, technically I do have lightning built into my teleport. So what is this? Increased damage from cold skill use. Increased fire from cold skills. Increased lightning from fire skills. Increased cold from lightning skills. The reason why this would work is this is fixed and this randomizes it. So this would give me more chances of being able to apply the benefits of this even though I'm not using cold. Chance to ignite. I'll go right there. Why not? My elemental resistances are capped. I feel like we're doing alright in terms of damage, so let's play around with it a little bit and see what happens. Oh, a unique ring. A unique ring. Let's go that way.
Fools!
So these echoes would be, I think, marginally easier for me to do if I could see what wave I'm on. Because right now it says, you know, defeat all 12 waves, and I'm just like, what do you mean? When do the waves end and when do they begin? Because I honestly don't see the difference. Mana and mana regen. Honestly, once I crossed the 300 mana threshold for this build, it really started to feel a lot more powerful. Feel a bit more locked in. Okay, I guess we're doing some chest piece comparisons here. So we've got 12 int, 89% health regen, etc, etc, etc. What are the implicits? Armor, mana spent as ward, and ward decay threshold. Oh, +1 to meteor? Oh, hell yes. Wait, where are you? This is like the first item I've found in the game that directly benefits meteor. Hey, Cognitive, how are you? The question is it good? 41% increased spell damage, more health, more armor. Can I reroll its implicits? Is that one of these? I have an item that lets you reroll implicits. Yeah, there we go. Rerolls implicits. Now, let's see. So we're looking for... What do we currently have? 54%? What's the range? 70%. And that really blasts your potential, doesn't it? Oh, and it has void resist? Get out of here, man. That's great. Okay, that's better. 55%. Mana gate is ward. 78 ward decay threshold. I think we actually use this. Lose 12 int, but getting 1 extra meteor skill point and the 41% increased spell damage, that's huge. That's big.
Yes?
Okay, so the question is, what do we do with it? I think we go here for rapid impacts, and then we go up here for an extra meteor. Finish out our 6 meteor dream with the next skill points. It was gonna be a long time before we got to that last one, but I feel like this is it. This is calling to me here. Boom, boom. Then we go to apocalyptic impact. Honestly, there's no bad skills, I feel like, for meteor. I think that they're all really good. Just take everything. Except for this one. Don't need Stardust, because I already have tons of fire damage. Alright, so go there. Then we come up here. Lock that in. And off we go. 6 meteors. Alright, let's see. Save the trapped villagers, defeat the Imperial patrols, interrupt the rituals at the Wangari totems, and destroy the phylactery at the center of the village. Okay, so that asks me to do a whole lot here. Do it. Okay, we defeated 3 of the Imperial patrols. I honestly didn't even notice them. Hey, Latitude? Yeah, me too. I'm having a great time with this game. Okay, so I was wondering why I was having such a hard time navigating this area. This white stuff over here, this is not real. The geometry in this area right here is just not very good. It doesn't really match up with the map at all. I kept getting stuck on something, and I'm like, what is happening? Why can I not go over here? It's not part of the map. And honestly, it looks like it should be. It's just some snow, right? Those are undead Wengari. I was trying to figure out the difference between the good guys and the bad guys, and the bad guys are undead Wengari, and they look exactly the same as the regular Wengari. Snow for sure. You need help killing Lagan. Remind me who Lagan is? Have I encountered Lagan yet? Is he part of the story? Or is he a boss in the endgame area? Killed him, but he's super hard. Nice. Good. Good for you.
Yes.
I'm level 72? 72. Alright, we have to go get our unique ring.
Fools.
Level 60, awesome. I feel like the final, like the levels in this area, after you get to the monoliths, just flew by. Just absolutely flew by. I think I finished the campaign at 58s. Well, it wasn't a unique ring, that's just a unique in general. What's this belt? Ward Trail. Increased move speed. Dodge rating. 34 ward when you dodge. It's a pretty generically good. Legendary. Unique. Then we got the Frozen Ire. It's Scepter. +1 spell cold damage per 5 character levels, 2% freeze rate multiplier per character level. 106% increased cold damage. Once again, if I was playing cold, this would be godly. 15% chance to cast Tundra Nova on hit with cold skills. Doubled against undead. That's actually really funny. 15% chance to cast it on hit. So, Tundra Nova. Is that, so is that's when you land a hit, and the Nova's around you. Interesting. Every legendary you found, does it work for your Runestone Mage? Yeah, I feel like that's been the pattern so far for me. I'm playing Meteor Sorcerer, and I found one thing. Today, I found it. The one thing that has plus Meteor, which is this chest piece. It's the only thing I've found so far that benefits Meteor. Increased stun chance, increased fire damage over time. Freeze rate per stack of chill. Let's see. Mana and resist. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to hold on to this axe. Let's hang out all of these, just for being possibly generally useful.
Yes. Yes. Take care.
Yeah, you're not alone. You're not. I think there's just a ton of legendaries. I think the legendary loot pool is probably very deep. And the likelihood that you just get any one of them that actually helps you is very low. Yeah, I think things will get better. Did you go with the observatory or the merchants? By the way, if you play with other people, it's probably better to go with the merchants. But, just curious. Okay, I wonder if this map lets me go around to where the boss is, or if I have to go all the way back to the beginning. All right, this is looking promising. You're listening while playing? Good. I think that's the way most people actually consume the content that I produce. If I had to guess. Alright, we got a chain belt. 12 ward gained on potion use per 10 intelligence. What is my intelligence right now? 30? So, 36 ward every time I use a potion. You see my current bells where I'm getting most of my void resist. Although, I am way over cap right now. So I could take off this belt. So this has health and health regen, chance to find potions. I am looking for a belt upgrade. It's big ward decay threshold. That is big. Is that 130 something? 140 something? Percent increased health regen. So I lose 17 elemental resists. 9 minion health regen, like that was helping me at all. The 22% increased mana regen is actually pretty good. I don't see, if you subscribe Latitude, I don't see it in my event log. It's not showing up in my event list. Sometimes you need to refresh the stream for it to go through. But either way, thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you for the support, Latitude.
Yes. Take care.
Hey, Pro Gamer Quack. Welcome. Alright, well, I guess I just committed to this. Let's craft this up. Chance to find potions. Might see if I can recraft this. Let's see if I can recraft this health regen into something else. Physical resists. Do I need physical resistance? I do. Ooh, do I just keep the physical resist? %54 increased chance to find potions. It's a little silly, but alright. I try to live up to the hype, you know, if somebody comes into my broadcast and they're like, oh hey, sharply dressed man, and they don't see a sharply dressed man, then what am I doing? I'm being misleading. No, this necrotic resist probably just led to that death where I got blown up. I need to figure out how to increase that. It's right there in the name, exactly. Yeah, 100%. I think that 22% mana regen was actually critical. Just a little bit unsustainable now. So I'm gonna have to see if I can shore that up too. Or I should say, it feels harder to sustain now. I feel like I'm going into negative, negative mana more than I was before. Fun looking build. It's a fun build, man. It's just very chaotic. Alright, not bad. Okay, let's see if we can get this reset. %31 increased elemental resist. Man, if that minion damage wasn't there, this would be really good. This is... what is this? Cold resist? Void resist. Necrotic damage. Ooh. Fire damage? Fire damage over time. Physical resist. 62%. What? Seriously? Oh, we got some crazy high physical resistance rings here. We're really close to being capped on Fizz Resist. If this boss that spawns is a necrotic boss, we're gonna have a really hard time with this. Well, let's give it a shot. See what happens. Hey, Leona. It's a void boss. Did you just steal all my potions? Why did I start with 0 potions? What the heck? Let's try that again. I haven't fought the void version of this boss before. Okay, alright, so those giant shards that he summons will definitely one-shot me. What's my void resist right now anyway? Oh, it's maxed. Okay then, I don't really have any excuse, do I? I don't know if this guy's got a phase 2 or what. This guy's basically just run around the arena a lot. Ooh, okay.
But what's of yours?
There we go. There we go. Okay, Latitude, thank you so much for the 2 months. Welcome back. Appreciate the support, Latitude. Looks like the announcement finally went through. Wasn't so bad, once we got the mechanics down. Siphon of Anguish. Apply Doom on hit, 16% Void penetration with Doom, increased move speed, leech rate, Void damage, leeched his health, melee damage, leeched his health. It seems really good for a Void Knight. Do I have 3 of these? Sure do. Okay, descend into the heart of Formosus's lair and rescue the living Wengari. So we're gonna go fight another boss, it looks like. Find the leader of the Immortal Empire's invasion. Okay. I'm doing it. He's this way, not that way.
Why are you fighting for these beasts? No
Frost Lich Formosus.
die soon enough. The chill of death surrounds you. Can you feel your blood begin to freeze? Your body will make an exceptional servant. Fools. Fools.
And you see what? Did you see what just happened there? my meteors will sometimes land outside of the arena. They'll just land off in the middle of like the foreground. Sometimes off into outer space that just disappear.
The chill of death surrounds you. Can you feel your blood begin to freeze? Your body will make an exceptional servant. Your interference ends now. These beasts obey me. The chill of death surrounds you. Can you feel your blood begin to freeze? Your body will make an exceptional servant. Your interference ends now.
That's 0%. Get out of here. Free the living Wangari chieftain. Alright, let's see. We get increased spear drop rates, increased two-handed sword drop rate, or increased two-handed axe drop rate. Oh gosh, I think we're gonna go with axes. Alright, well, we conquered the timeline. That was it. We did it. We can move on. We can either go to Ending the Storm or Fall of the Empire. I'm 72. Fall of the Empire is level 80. Ending the Storm is level 75, so I feel like that might be a good choice for us.
Like it has some really cool bosses. Thanks for the 3 years of content so far, Sharp One comes.
Dark Mage, thank you for the 37 months. Welcome back. Appreciate the long-term support. Thank you for the 3 years. This game is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I was surprised. I was very skeptical when I went into it because I saw it didn't look very high. Like, very high quality production, but I was very pleasantly surprised. Like, all of the preconceptions I had about the game were basically wrong. I'm really glad I gave it a shot. Now I'm dropping meteors on people and it feels fantastic. It's super fun. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for my next build. I'll probably get that started in about 20 minutes. The Meteor is great. The Meteor is a lot of fun, you know, it's hard to control. Like, that's one of the big minuses, is that you can't really dictate where the meteors are going to go and what they're going to hit, but once you get to the point where you can start dropping them regularly, then it feels really good. You know, it just feels very solid. Good wave clear, good bossing, high sustained DPS. Getting to that point took a while, though. I want to say, I didn't actually get to the point where it felt good until after the campaign is finished. Real boss? Real boss.
To the shadows.
You've returned to the Beyblade Barbarian strats? Yeah, dude. Getting that whirlwind in there. Can I use the treasures that I find on my character? Yeah, so there's one of the things I noticed about this game is there's a ton of loot. There's a ton of it. If you try to pick up or interact with all of it, you will never make any progress. So I leave a lot of it on the ground. I'm looking for very specific things at this point. So, I focus mostly on purple items, I focus on class-specific items, and I focus on, you know, things like uniques and set items and stuff like that. Frozen Eyes of Formosus. So this is some necrotic damage, freeze rate, minion freeze rates. This is some kind of acolyte. Unique. Moonstone Mage was kind of meh, but after you level 20, things got much better. Yeah, exactly. Right, yeah. Sometimes things can be a little bit slow, but man, I feel like it just really comes together after a certain point, and stuff just really clicks. I also feel compelled to keep a lot of stuff. I have to be very disciplined. Because I really want to just hang on to all of the gear, but I have been forcing myself to shatter it. So I can use the affixes to improve other gear. Slay the Scalebane Swarmkeeper. Okay. Rune of Research. This is the first time I've seen this. Seals an experimental affix on the item. The affix is moved to its own slot, leaving its old slot open for you to add a new affix. Oh, that sounds really good. There's a loot filter, but you haven't messed with it? Yeah, I just downloaded a loot filter off Reddit. I grabbed one for myself. That's how I see the class-specific items. So I make sure to pick up all my class-specific stuff. And then it highlights things that, you know, everyone, like, you really want, like sets and uniques and stuff like that, obviously. While minimizing the things that are not very useful. Get a unique item here. I like how the icon for the unique item is a ring. But it doesn't necessarily need to be a ring. Oh, I need to do a dungeon too. I need to do the Lightless, whatever it is, vault. Something, something.
Fools. Fools.
The game is like really well done. There's like really small things you'll notice. Misspelled words, I think, is one of the things I notice a lot of. But the gameplay is super tight. The skill trees are really well put together. Very, very deep. What is stunning me? My goodness. The hell was that? Yeah. Models look good. Sounds are good. High quality stuff. Honestly, it's just... I have a lot of good things to say about the game. Glad I picked it up. In my opinion, definitely worth the money. That's been a question I've been getting lately, is it worth buying? And I would say that my answer is definitely yes. And I think my favorite part about this endgame is that it's so consumable. It's like every map is only a couple minutes long. You always have something to look forward to. You're just kind of going through it. Let's see. Smoke Weaver. Unique poignard. 47 physical damage. Okay. Blind on hit. Dodge rating. Reduced shift distance. Increased cooldown recovery speed for shift. So you shift shorter distance, but you shift more often. It's a rogue dagger. Ward gain on kill, 64 ward decay threshold. You know, I would wear these gloves, but I'm gaining, like, half of the reason why my build is as sustainable as it is that I have 3% elemental drain from my gloves. So I've got leech, 3% leech, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when I'm doing 4,000 damage a Meteor, I'm leeching constantly all the time, so if I get rid of these gloves, my build instantly becomes less sustainable. Ignite on hits. Increased melee damage. Let's hang on to these. Just in case I need these later.
Yes? Take care.
Alright, let's do a dungeon. Lightless Arbor. Let's see if I remember where that is. Oh, I can just click on the key, that's right.
Human, over here.
Tier 2, level 65. So tier 1 is level 20. I guess we'll do tier 2. I haven't done any... I haven't successfully finished any dungeons yet, so this ought to be good. All I know is I have this thing on my head. Enemies do a lot more damage when they're not illuminated here. The thing on my head illuminates the area, but loses illumination when I take damage. And I'm pretty sure that's the big mechanic for this dungeon. Hey, Loki-san, welcome.
You found a way into the caverns. I knew you would help. You found a way into... Of course. I merely transferred my spirit to another tree. Any Spriggan can do it. Though there are fewer trees than when I was last awake. Far fewer. What happened to the world? Well, Terra had just gone dormant and released the humans from the temple. I figured it would be good to be well rested before meeting all of them, so I decided to take a nap. How many dawns ago would that have been?
It's like 1,000 years.
Oh. That is... We should stop the mountain beneath before any more humans die. Okay?
You've only done this dungeon one time? Yeah. I got to the last boss, and then I couldn't figure out what the mechanic was. But the mechanic in the dungeon is... And I know this because I read a tooltip on one of the loading screens by accident. The enemies do far more damage when they are not illuminated. So you have to take this thing on top of them. And I'm positive that the effect, that mechanic is on the last boss somehow, but I couldn't figure out how, and I just died from attrition, basically. You bet that was an awesome nap. A 1,000-year nap. Feels good, man. Imagine how well rested you would be when you woke up. We have no idea. We've all had those naps. Man, what year is it? How long have I been out? Light the kindling to get through. Alright, so we're lighting kindling. Thing is gone. What's this? Titan's Hollow. Is this the... This is the last boss. Is it? I don't know. Check those bracers out when we get out of here. Also, I'm almost positive that the mechanic in this dungeon is slightly broken. Oh, there's supposed to be a way to relight your little lamp too. So like I said, it loses intensity as you take damage, and the way that you regain intensity is to touch something. Or kill something. There's an item that you can use to get it back. Yeah, that poison is serious. Wasn't watching and half my hit points were gone. Oh, you're way over there, huh? Is it these amber elementals? I think if you kill the amber elemental, it refreshes your... Yeah, that's it. It gives you back your stacks of light. So the amber elementals, if you kill them, then it refreshes your light. There we go. We figured it out. Also, I guess it doesn't really help to learn mechanics in that you have to continually spend keys to get into these places. That mechanic really reminds me of New World. And for a long time, New World required consumed items to get into the dungeons, and they were really hard to get a hold of. So, much of the community just didn't do dungeons for the first year, I would say, of the game being out. Actually, it was more like 3 months, 3 or 4 months. Okay, there's multiple things being marked on my map, so I'm assuming that there's more than one door to get to the end guy. Okay, new modifier. Dungeon boss drops additional exalted items, 30% increased damage and health. 30% increased damage and health. Wow. Okay, this is gonna be tough.
Human, we are nearly there. There is something I must tell you, though. You must stop the mountain beneath, no matter what. Even if you must take your torch and burn this entire forest to ash. The humans living under the mountain must be protected at all costs. I was grown by a Terra herself, in the temple that was once down here. Unlike the mad, rotted Spriggans of this time, or the selfish, wild-born ones of the past, her will forms my very roots.
Because she took a nap.
In her absence, I will protect humans, even if it is only by guiding you.
This is why naps are so important. They prevent you from going insane. Alright, so there's little things that go across the arena that root you. Oh my dear, okay. Nice. Well, we're still alive. Barely. Okay. We were slain by a rock falling from the mountain beneath. And that's it. That's the whole dungeon.
So this is what the Elders... No, humanity itself has been reduced to.
I wonder if I should just do it on level 20. Like, tier 1, just to figure out what the hell's going on with that fight. Alright, we're just gonna see if we can just get through this. Yeah. What is the mechanic for that fight? I know you have to illuminate something, but I'm not entirely sure what needs to be illuminated there. Orange crystals tied up with roots on the sides. I didn't even see that. Really? Is there stuff there that I just wasn't looking at? It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't so hard to get back to the boss. Alright, so there's stuff on the left and right. Okay. Kindling on both sides. Alright, that helps. Probably over here, isn't it? If I had to guess, the exit's over that way. I get why they don't tell you, but it would be nice if they told you. Alright, we'll give this another shot. Yep, there's the exit right there. I feel like this is actually the better way to do it. Just trying to learn how to do those mechanics when you only have one shot. If you don't live, you have to start all over, right? It's not very great for learning new things, but it's the way it is. Let's do it on lower difficulty. Get it down. Deal with it later. Let's see. Where the hell is this exit? You died once and watched a video? I probably should have just done that. Yeah, the kindling, I saw the, I mean, I know that they introduced the kindling mechanic, but I didn't see any kind of kindling on the arena. And I guess I went there twice and just missed it. Because you only can see like that tiny little area that you're in. So I'm busily trying to avoid the boss, and the boss just happens to do big attacks on both sides. I probably should have put 2 and 2 together. That's what he's doing, is he's making it difficult for you to do the mechanic. All right. Find one more door. Whoa, hello. Really? Was he gonna put a log in my way like that? Ooh. Good old Shrine of Shards, thank you. Okay, here we go. Left and right sides, got it. You were in at tier 3 difficulty and your crystal would not recharge. That's really unfortunate. that really sucks. Oh yeah, look at that root wall. So, is there a way I can check the progress? Oh yeah, there is. So when you light both of these, something happens, right? Oh, why is it on fire? Oh, hell yeah, look at that. Can I hit him now? Into the mountain. I have to hit his heart. Oh, look at that. Well, okay, that was really cool. That was cool. I liked that. That was a lot of fun.
We've done it!
We did it!
Though, I admit I was not expecting you to take my burning the entire forest to ash example quite so literally. That aside, I think I know what the mountain beneath was heading towards after all. There is something in the temple here, radiating power. Maybe they were hoping to chomp it up in their big rocky maw? Oh yes. Let me just reach into the roots near it and... Yes. It seems to wants.
Sorry, it does what now?
Yes. You give it something you want, and it might give you something you want more. Humans want shiny gold things, right? If you give it some of those, that might work. Wither and die, probably. There are no roots connecting this place with where the humans are hiding. And even if I could travel there, it won't be long before this world finishes dying. You are not going to die with it, though. I can tell. You shouldn't worry about it. I'm just a Spriggan after all. But if you are really worried about it, here, take a clipping of me and plant it somewhere else. Maybe I'll take root.
Oh, isn't that cute? It's like Groot.
There is no need to thank me. You're the one who saved all those humans after all. At the cost of burning up what is probably the last forest in this ruined world. But that is okay. Farewell.
She seems pretty chill about the whole thing. Yeah, I blew up the boss because it was level 20 and I'm level 72. 73. So what is this? Is that the exit? Vault of Uncertain Fate. Adds a chest that drops several idols. Darium will offer you a series of choices which affect the rewards within the vault. The cost of accepting an offer depends on the modifiers already chosen. Declining an offer increases the cost of the modifier offered in its stead. Choose carefully. Adds a chest that drops several items. Okay. Adds several rare weapons to a random chest. Okay. All items from every chest have a 20% chance to be duplicated. This is additive with other item duplication effects. Duplication chances above 100% result in even more copies. That's pretty cute. I like that. Okay. As a chest that drops any affix shards. Many affix shards. Okay. As a chest that drops a rare helmet, rare body armor, rare gloves, and rare boots. Okay. Adds many runes to a random chest. Okay. Let's go into the vault. This is crazy. So where's my stuff? Hell yeah. Blam! That's a lot. That is a lot of loot. Oh my goodness, that is fantastic. That is so good. Too many shards to fit in my inventory. That just dropped a bunch of garbage. Alright, nice. And this leads to the Corrupted Lake. Okay, so this is what I was looking to unlock here. So this is like the alternate leveling path, right? This route will bypass many areas but requires access to and completion of Lightless Arbor. So then we go through here and it goes, you skip from the surface, you skip all this stuff. Skip the Corrupted Lake. Oh, you used to want wants, but now you don't wants. That's a wise decision. You've definitely matured as a person. Alright, we got some unique helmets. Peak of the Mountain. 247% increased critical strike. Cannot leech health from critical strike. Plus 4 to all attributes. That's a lot of crit. That's a lot of crit. Wow. That's great for those cast on crit builds. %20 cold resist, freeze rate, armor, chill on hit with cold skills, blind on hit with cold skills. You cannot be blinded. Great. Nice. I like all of these idols, by the way. These are all really good idols. Some of them are too big, I think, to be really useful, but I like the combination of stats. Okay, let's see. Physical resist, elemental resist, and then just a ring I picked up apparently by accident. Okay, I think we're gonna start a new build. Now that we finished that dungeon, let's try something new. So I haven't played Acolyte yet. I haven't played Primalist yet. At all. But I've done some of... What is this? Sentinel and Rogue. A little bit of both of those, but not too much. I really want to try a Sentinel. Because I think it would be really, really fun for some of the big, heavy-hitting things. But there's a lot of other stuff here that I think I would get into. Does anybody have any recommendations, what they'd like to see? Sentinel is the Beyblade Barbarian. Nice. So Primalist, let's see, we got, what, Beastmaster, Raptor, Bear, Sabertooth, Scorpion, Frenzy Totem. Feels like that's the AFK build. Shaman, Storm Totem, Tornado, Earthquake, Avalanche, Greats, Druid, Were Bear Form, Spriggan, Swarm Blade Form? What the hell is that? It's a Swarm Blade. Acolyte, Necromancer, Wraith, Skeletal Mage, Dreadshade, Lich, Reaper Form. That sounds awesome. That sounds really good. Do we go with a Lich Acolyte? Let's do that. Sharply dressed Lich. I think my favorite thing about the game so far, really long character names.
In the beginning.
There's so many games where I can't actually use my full name. So what have we got?
I wonder if these keepers will accept my aid. They would be fools to deny my power.
Rip Blood. Rips blood out of a target enemy, dealing physical damage. An orb of the blood is drawn back to you, restoring 10 health when it reaches you. Is it random? Is it a random enemy? That feels really awkward. If you're just surrounded by things, there's gotta be some, like, talents to make that a bit better. Oh, is it like a target closest to my cursor when I use it? Yeah, okay. It's based on my cursor location, which is better. I don't actually target the thing.
Traveler, our Heoborian allies informed us that he wishes to destroy us and steal Atera's legacy. We can't let that happen. We will hold it. Your help.
I'm feeling some super overpowered drain build. But I haven't even looked at the trees yet, so I don't have any idea what's gonna happen when we actually, like, start getting into it. How many skeletons can I summon? 3? Yeah, 3 skeletons. Alright, so I get a random skeleton warrior, skeleton archer. Acolyte aesthetic is already giving you the am I the bad guy vibes. Yeah, right? I mean, necromancers in Diablo are the same way. They all have that same aesthetic. And necromancers in Diablo are definitely the good guys, right? There's some lore reason why summoning the, you know, the bones of the dead is somehow not a bad thing. These skeletons are actually pretty tanky. Wow, nice. Marrow shards? Dude, hell yeah. Am I using my own blood to pay for this? What is this? Mana cost 0. Instead of mana, it uses 9% of your current health to cast the spell. Oh no. This is great. Alright. Damage and minion damage. Armor and minion armor. Intelligence and necrotic resistance. I'm thinking we go with damage and minion damage up until the point where we need to do something else.
Was there a family? When you arrived, it was like, what are you? No one come. Let me watch you fight.
They weren't using those bones anymore. Yeah, exactly. We're just being good citizens.
Smoke.
Smoke, he says, as if he doesn't see all the fire everywhere. He's pretty chill with it.
Destruction. And for what?
I'm gonna kill myself with this character, I can already tell. I need some of those totems that make it so that damage goes to my mana instead of my HP badly. Alright, here we go. Skill system. What do we want to specialize in? We just got Wandering Spirits. Reveals Wandering Spirits for 6 seconds. The spirits wander at random, dealing necrotic damage over time to enemies they pass through. 4 spirits are revealed immediately, and 13 more are revealed over the next 6 seconds. So they just walk around and then deal damage to things that they pass through. What is this class? This is hilarious. Alright, here we go. What are we specializing in? Let's take a look at Rip Blood. Hey, Camilla. This game is great. This game is super good. I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the playthrough experience. It's been super fun. So we can summon, what's this? Better skeletons? I'm half tempted to go with a sacrifice my own health build and do something like that. Because I feel like that would be hilarious. Double cast so I can... Alright, wait. I'm looking at what we can do with this eventually. Damage against bleeding. Alright, so this is a bleed... The scales with bleed. Increased crit chance. Splinters? Wait, where are the splinters? Marrow shards and bone splinters deal more damage with critical strike. Where do I get bone splinters from? Let's specialize in Rip Blood. Yes. Listen, you know what you're signed up for when you came into this broadcast, alright? You know that. So we can do necrotic damage or we can do physical with this, right? Yeah, physical. I'm torn. Do I go with the Marrow Shards, which uses my own health, or do I go with Rip Blood, which has the chance, the potential to be absolutely hilarious down the line if I'm just bleeding everything like a... I don't know, this is just weird. I think we're gonna go with... Let's go with Meteor Sorcerer. I'm overthinking this. We're just gonna go with marrow shards for now. Let's see. I definitely like the piercing. We can't take out the pierce. Although we have to take the pierce to get to the leech. The leech is good. Hit damage 14%. Bleed chance 25%. Double cast. Armor shred. Minion friendly fire. Oh god. This is gonna get hilarious pretty quick. Let's just do this. Double cast for now. Thank you for the compliments. Appreciate that. Look at the hex looking node. For which skill? Sorry, you have to be a bit more specific. Oh, bone splinters. Oh, this is what it was. Okay. Bone splinters. Marrow shards create splinters in a cone when destroyed, which damage enemies, but marrow shards travel less far and cost more health. Ah, so it's like a shotgun.
Where'd you learn to fight?
The graveyard, the cemetery. That's where I learned how to fight.
Quick, before it reaches town. Well done. We're almost there. I'll see you ahead.
Can't believe I've almost commented his vest 150 times. Somebody's got to do it. If you don't, no one will.
Sounds like their leader's waiting up at the shrine. Speaking of, I must head there now. Feel free to look around.
Okay, let's raid my loot stash. See if I can have any upgrades just kind of sitting in there for me. I'm sure we have interesting stuff. Let's see. What can I actually use? 5% of current health drained per second for 4 seconds when you use a potion. What is that? So it drains my life when I use potions. Not a lot here for this class, is there? At least not yet. I have some great stuff, but I have to gain a few more levels for it to actually be useful. Camilla, thank you for the 32-month resubscription at Tier 2. The big Tier 2 resub. Thank you for that. Full Windsor? Full double Windsor? You like that meatball look in your tie knots? Giant. I used to only wear full Windsors. So, I'm definitely not opposed to doing that more. Thank you for the 32 months at the big Tier 2. So does -3 spell cost apply to my HP as well? Alright, we're gonna use this staff.
Right.
Get out of here.
Oh, you. Let me get a good look at you. Yes, you must be then. I, Galila of... Wait, what? Oh, you must be familiar with the science of fortune telling as well. Then you will not be surprised when I formally invite you to join the Circle of Fortune.
So this is actually really cool. They let you choose your faction immediately when you start a new character, instead of having to wait until Act 8 or 9 or whatever that is. And we're already rank 4. Excuse me, that is fantastic. Okay. Wow. That's great.
Grail was just telling me of your battle. I am Lena, one of the Keeper's Council. One could they catch? Do this, and our alliance is secure. We'll lend our aid to Heoboria's army.
Is there a better way to skip the dialogue? Or do I actually have to click there and go through all their stuff and make it sound like they're having a stroke? Yeah, I don't mind the campaign. I think the campaign portion of games is pretty good because it lets you get used to how to play your class. Diablo 3 is pretty unique in that you don't have to do that. But I'll also say that the campaignless experience when you're playing Diablo 3 is a little awkward. It can be hard to get to, like, know how to start. Oh, we unlocked Harvest. I'm gonna harvest these fools. I mean, it's pretty timely because we're fighting a bunch of plants. Alright, so what does this do? Melee attack that hits all enemies in an area in front of you, dealing double damage to those that are cursed. But what? When do I get curses? Reddit says there's no easy skip dialogue option. Well, I guess I'll have to wait for that release. Thank you for looking. I like it so far. Smooth and satisfying. Even though this is only the first area. Also, the open world adventuring aspect of Diablo 4 it's pretty unique to that game. I don't know, what is another game that has that? What was the name of that that Korean ARPG? I forget what it was called. Lost Ark? Was it Lost Ark? So I have Last Epoch and Lost Ark. Lost Ark had that, right? Well, it had a really big story, but there was a lot of open world adventuring in that too. Yeah, Lost Ark. More damage. Always more damage. This feels weird. Hurting myself. To hurt the enemy. Kind of turns my health potions into these, like, mana pots, I suppose, at the same time. Oh, hello. I'm definitely hitting myself. That is 100% what's happening. I think thematically I'm using my own bones. I'm not entirely sure how that works. What's the description of this spell? Fires sharpen bones from your body. Yes. So I am tearing out my own internal infrastructure to use it as a weapon. And I'm just growing it back, and then doing it again. Yeah, there's no potion cooldown. The only limitation on potions is how many drop. So that is nice. I just have to get used to this playstyle. There's a few things I'm already kind of half tempted to explore. If I could get some really, really high health regen, then you could also do things like, you know, make your mana into your hit points, basically. Because there are items that will cause damage that you take from your mana before it takes from your HP. So if I use my hit points as my mana bar, and then I find a lot of those items, then that's a possibility. Only half tempted? What gets me into full temptation? Oh, that's a great question. Like, do I need bleed? I'm trying to figure out how to scale this thing. Hit damage per point, projectile range, minus 13 per point. So you have to go all the way around here to get to bone splinters without having to go through the dead weight. I think bleeding is what we need to do for scaling for this. That increases the health cost. Oh, I see. They force you to either take more damage but cannot pierce, or more damage and shorter range if you want to get over to this side of the skill tree. I mean, the piercing is really good. That's half of what makes it useful against packs of enemies. Alright, I guess we'll stick over here for now. Bones of the Followers. Consumes a minion. I love this. This is good. Big damage, but it consumes a minion. So you could get gigantic shards. Huge penetration. Alright, we have to exploit stuff. Chat says so. Minion friendly fire. Deals more damage, but turns it into friendly fire. More damage, but cannot pierce. Before we do this, I need something else that can clear packs. But this seems like the way to go. We can get into like a real big Marrow Shard build where we just like summon minions and then we just buff it from that. It sounds awesome. It sounds ridiculous. Sacrifice summoning to do a massive dot plus fire damage. It's so fun. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pet builds. I'll be honest. I'm just not a big fan of minion builds. So generally I will do things that will take that potential and turn it into something else. Does this count as throwing? Physical spell intelligence. No, it does not. Warlock spec might be up my alley. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll have to see what that looks like. It's a bit early for me to decide.
Your death has come.
Hey, Room. Welcome. How's it going? It's like a shotgun or a machine gun with these things. What the hell? You're starting your second build tonight too, but you made a primalist? Nice, man. What do you have any idea what you want to do with it? Do you know what specialization you're gonna use? And I guess you finished your game with your road, right? Sash of Deflection. What have we got here? Yep, that'll do. I'm telling you, if you dropped money on Diablo and you felt like that was worthwhile, this game is like, for me, it's like 3 times, 3 times better. In terms of enjoyment I'm getting out of it. I really enjoyed the Diablo story. I thought that everything else was pretty disappointing. And this game has just been an absolute treat. Necrotic resistance or more damage. Skill unlocked Hungering Souls. Wait, what? Calls forth 5 Hungering Souls that seek out enemies. On hits, they deal necrotic damage and then possess the targets. Possessed enemies take necrotic damage over time. Enemies cannot be possessed by multiple souls at once. Oh, so they possess things and they put a dot on it? That's pretty good. This game has paladins, therefore it's better than Diablo 3 and 4. Diablo 3 has Crusaders. You bought the Founder Ultimate Diablo, but you played it only twice. Wow. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry I didn't enjoy it. Going in. Crusader isn't pre-patch Zeal Paladin in Diablo 2. That's very specific. Ward gained on nearby death. That sounds interesting. Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of folks that dropped big bucks on Diablo 4 but were overall disappointed. I get that. I totally do. I can 100% relate. Yeah, this game, for 35 bucks, this game's an absolute steal. The story is pretty generic.
This way.
It's nothing really to like write home about. It's just enough to hang a game on, but that's all you need. That's all you need. Stay back.
Note here. It is unsafe. We'll reconvene outside.
Everything is secondary to gameplay, the feeling of the player progression, and that's what something that this game really nails, is the player progression feels really good. It feels solid.
Well, tell you what. Let's get out of here first. And
I mentioned this before, but it's far more intuitive than
hardly worth it if you don't
Path of
know
Exile.
why Orion is after
This
us.
feels easier to make a successful build. This feels easier. I did, for my first build, I did what I would consider to be the most generic thing, which is I took everything the game basically handed me. I chose, sorry, I chose Sorcerer for my specialization, which unlocks Meteor. So I started using Meteor, focused on that, and yeah, it worked out pretty well. Path of Exile is pretty obtuse, yeah. It's hard to get into. I would say it's a very satisfying game once you do it, but it takes a long time to get over that learning curve. Too lazy to figure out PoE? I don't think it has anything to do with laziness. It has to do with, like, how you feel about trading off your time to learn the game's mechanics to that degree. You have to really, really want to play it. You have to want to play it and dedicate yourself to playing it. And then, after you learn everything, and you learn how to use all of the tools and stuff, then you can really start getting into it. And let me be clear, it's not bad. It's just not for everybody, right? It's for people that are really big fans, and they really want to play it, and they really want to experience it, and they want to realize their builds in the game. Nothing wrong with that. It takes a lot of work. But it's not for me, and I know it's not for everybody else. This game is much more my speed. It's still really deep. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of depth to it, but the learning curve is much slower. I'm actually hitting those guys? I think I was throwing a lot of those bone spears into the wall. Choosing your master is the only choice you're stuck with forever. Yes. Yes.
Death will not take me.
I was talking about that earlier. But everything else is pretty recoverable. Like, you might get into a bit of a situation if you have to, like, if you want to really pivot your build, and it requires a completely different set of gear. In that case, it might be a little bit difficult. But everything else, it's pretty forgiving. If you want to respecialize your skills, you have to go out and grind some more experience points, but generally speaking, it's pretty easy to do. So there's commitment.
I'm sure you have questions, but let me first check and make sure the Epoch's safe.
But there's very little punishment, which I like.
Good. No.
Get him!
Get him! Bye. Oh, I'm almost level 8. So close.
Eterra's blessing. Prayers be with you.
Parthenon's Vow. That is a big axe. Increased companion revive range and speed. Health gained on companion hits. Strength, physical damage. So this is definitely a primalist weapon, right? Last Druid of the Verdant Vale. Yeah. Hardcore primalist gear. Okay, so we're gonna use the doublets. Let's see, increases minions bleed on hit and bleed duration and gives me extra HP, which is really nice. I think that's basically it that I can use right now.
Right.
Wait.
Right.
Everything okay? What that and what that we there? Are you stay safe, stay alive, and bring Balthus back.
Will do. So this increases your minion attack speed and damage. Attack speed and cast speed. More vitality increases minion health. Alright, I think we're gonna focus on non-minion talents, non-minion passives. So we have increased damage. I'll take the intelligence next, intelligence and necrotic resistance, and then we'll go from there. You don't have to go hours before you make meaningful choices about your character. Yeah. The the spell specialization is probably one of my favorite things, because every spell has its own specialization tree. Right? So if I really wanted to specialize in Harvest, like there's a whole tree here that I can specialize in. Hungering Souls, everything has a specialization tree. So, which is just, that's really cool to me. Oh, this is a curse. Applies a curse to enemies in an area for 8 seconds that causes physical damage when hit. The damage is tripled if you inflict the hit yourself. I like that. I like that a lot. Hang on. So instead of this, let's use this. So what was the thing that did more damage if they're cursed? What spell was that? Was that this? That was Possession. Might have been a talent. The campaign for this? The campaign was like 15 or 20 hours, yeah. I mean, it wasn't horribly long. I would say it's pretty standard for a game like this. NASA has released an official tabletop RPG adventure. NASA? The National Aeronautic Space Administration released a tabletop RPG? You're joking. Okay, I think we're going to curses. 10% more damage. What is this? Why is this so special over here? Illusion of Pain. Bone Curse falls off after one hit, but it always crits and deals significantly more damage. Yes. Yes, it does. I think we're going that way. Government propaganda. The Lost Universe? It looks like Camilla got the link in there. That is wild. Dark mystery has settled over the city of Aldestron. Hang on, I have to read this. Sounds fascinating to me. Settled over the city of Aldestron on the rogue planet of Exlaris. Researchers dedicated to this studying the cosmos have disappeared, and the Hubble Space Telescope has vanished from Earth's timeline. Only an ambitious crew of adventurers can uncover what was lost. Are you up to the challenge? That sounds amazing. Incredible. Based on the 5e rule set. That makes sense.
Your death has come.
I'm liking this build, man. I'm liking this a lot. I feel like if we go with minion-friendly fire, because eventually we're not going to have minions, then this will really come together pretty well. Marrow shards have a chance to create marrow orbs. Return 15 health to you. Okay. I like it. I like that. So I'm not wearing a helmet, I need a second ring. I've been ignoring a lot of this stuff, so I need to actually pay attention to this. Cautiously intrigued. I mean, it looks interesting. Sounds interesting, I should say. Sounds interesting. Actual scientists made an RPG adventure and convinced NASA to let them release it. That's the thing that kills me. It's like they actually spent time doing that. It sounds great. Do you all remember when the Army made their video game? The Army had an FPS for a while. He even tried to stream it on Twitch. That did not go well. Yeah, that's great. That's really cool. What level rogue would be needed to just steal the Hubble Space Telescope? They've made the Statue of Liberty disappear. I'm sure they could make it happen. Transplant. I learned a new ability. Also, isn't making things disappear the plot line for Despicable Me? Summon Bone Golem. Summons a Bone Golem, which attacks slowly but has a 15% chance to retaliate with Bone Shatter when hit. Interesting. Bone Curse deals more damage, but falls off after a few hits. So I have to continually reapply it. Shortly after casting Bone Curse, there's a Bone Eruption, causing enemies to take Spell Physical, but Bone Curse costs more mana. So this is what Spell Physical is. I remember I was trying to figure out what Spell Physical meant in the context of the game, because it seems like the opposite, right? It seems those things seem contradictory, but now I know. Killing an enemy gives you Bone Arm. When a Bone Curse times out, you cast Rip Blood. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Bone Prison on casts. Bone Prison lasts a long time, but can be attacked and destroyed. Has a longer 20-second cooldown. What the hell? Give me a break. Man, get out of here with that. 20-second cooldown makes that thing basically useless. Where are my little minions? You're supposed to protect me, that's the whole point I have you. The whole reason you're here. I like that I can cast skeletons without needing a corpse nearby. So it's a funny little, like, Diablo peculiarity that you need to kill things to get your minions activated. Okay, once again, I keep forgetting to actually pick stuff up off the ground. I still need a helmet. Here, there's a helmet. Boom. Nice. Let's see. Increased damage over time. That's pretty good. Alright, let's get to the first boss. Well, first big boss. Wow. Hang on. Does that curse cause my blood rip dude stuff like 1,000,000 damage? Sure seems that way. Alright, here we go. We've arrived at the summit. It's time to do some shopping. I mean, kill a boss. Confront high respects Orion. You're
here for the Epoch. Reaching me was impressive, but it's mine. Come, member wing.
You learned yesterday that the iconic screeching eagle we just heard is actually a red-tailed hawk. Oh, wow. Those are things that mainstream media will never tell you. You gotta go out there and learn it yourself. They don't want you to know the truth.
Get me out of here! Oh, terror. Which, speaking of... Let's head back to camp. I must reach Lena at once.
America is a lie.
The terror's blessing. Prayers be with you.
Yeah, that's what I got out of that too. My whole life has been nothing but misdirection. I think this is going to be really good once we hit level 17. What was I waiting for level 8 to use? There was something out that was really good that I needed level 8. This is nice. That's good belts. Let's see. Increased chance to find potions. Haste for 3 seconds on potion use, and increased dodge. That sounds grand. This is it. Chronicle of the Damned. So offhand, it is. Increase wandering spirits and hungering souls. So this is actually for a spirit build. 24% chance to reveal a wandering spirit on kill. So if I use that, and if instead of marrow shards we go with wandering spirits and hungering souls. So this should make us really powerful. This feels like a pretty big power spike right here. I gotta find some bad guys to test this out on just to see what happened. Okay, wait. I want to try this thing too. So that relic drains my HP when I use a potion, but it increases my damage when I use potions. So if I drain my own HP,
He's back.
and then heal it back up.
He's been quiet.
You're back. Lena, I'm sorry to you too. This is what's best for us all.
Yeah.
With the Epoch's power, I'll finally be able to.
Later. Some of the you love how hard some of the uniques lean into these things? Yeah, totally. Very specific things. Which is nice.
What just happened? This place is fascinating.
Fascinating.
But somehow the same.
It's not bad, actually. I'm a little hesitant to get rid of my skeletons if I'm going with this kind of build. There's a really long cooldown on Wandering Spirits. Seems pretty good. Where am I? I don't know. Increased damage. Health drained per second. Let's see, you deal increased damage, but you lose a % of your max health each second if you have killed an enemy recently. Say what? The hell is that? I think I have to take this so I can get up here. So this increases minion health regen. Oh, we don't necessarily want that. I guess we go into this. Mania of Mortality, and then we go into Unnatural Preservation. This is an interesting playstyle. I gotta say, I'm not 100% sold on it yet, but it is interesting. The additional damage on potion usage is something I can get used to.
Will not take me.
Terra, watch over you.
Life loss on kill to gain power? Yeah.
Gods.
I'm really liking the flavor of the class. This is actually pretty cool. You're just constantly hurting yourself in exchange for really high damage abilities.
Yes? God be with you.
We're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work.
Minimus, run, you stupid one. Leave me.
Minimus! I'm a little upset that you can't pet the dog. You cannot pet the dog in this game. Okay. Minimum skill level increased. Nice, nice. Deals more damage with curses. I'm gonna pivot this slightly. I don't like this this thing here. Do that. Transplant. Creates a new body for you at the target location, then detonates your old body to deal physical damage to enemies around it. Instead of mana, 13% of your current health is consumed to cast this spell. Just like teleport. Except it's an explosive teleport? Is that how this works? Dude, I am so confused about this class plays. What? That's exactly what it is.
Farewell.
You teleport in, and then everything behind you dies.
Before me.
Okay, that guy's painful. I need this. This ability needs to give me hit points back. Reap or whatever it's called. If we can do that, then I feel like this is gonna be pretty good. Is that actually a talent I can take? Hang on. Harvest. So it gives you poison, bleed chance, instantly kills enemies that are below 12% hit points. That sounds really nice. There's gotta be one that gives you more HP, right? Bleed, physical penetration, self-bleed, so you bleed yourself. Costs HP. There's nothing. I don't see one at least. Health gain per point of intelligence. Here we go. Harvest grants you health each time it hits a cursed enemy. Health gain scales with your intelligence stat. Interesting. You don't have to worry about, yeah, exactly. You don't have to worry about mana management with this. So this requires minions. I'm not sold on the teleport, by the way. Although, that could be really useful. Might actually have to just use that. Just suck it up. Let's get rid of this. Go back to the bone spear. (24% increased damage, but we deal damage to ourselves when things die. Okay, I'm liking it. Feels like we've got something shaping up here.
What brings you here? Terra's grace be with you.
Teleport costs a lot of HP. Or at cost of HP? Yeah. Yeah, just need a reliable way to heal myself. That's really it. We need some Leech, and then I think we're gonna be in really good shape. feels good. That feels really good. I like it. We'll have to respec when we get to the city. Yeah, that deals really solid damage when you got the curse up. Alright, so hang on, let's see. What else we got here? Boom. More damage, more life lost on kill. That's the big thing, is you don't have to worry about mana. Did I miss something like way down there? I probably did, hang on. I think I missed the first guy. But I think I'm at the end of this place here. Teleport's on a relatively short cooldown. I think what we're gonna do is curse harvest. Depends on how much this can scale. If this scales really well, then it's possible it'll actually be good. Generally speaking, if you have to stop so you can swing your weapon, you're losing time that you could be doing other things with. Alright, found him.
Gods be with you. Stay safe.
Okay, let's get out of here. This teleport is ridiculous. It goes over terrain? Appears to... Does it... Wait, can I actually use this to bridge gaps? Yes. That's really good.
Longer. You there, help me. them off me. Only a little longer. You there, help me. Keep them off me. Impressive. Go on.
Thank you.
I'll be right behind you.
That was pretty impressive, I agree.
I see.
What? Go on then. Bah.
Alright, more damage. 48% increased damage.
Bah.
Bah. I think we need a two-hander. How's this spell scale? Melee attack that hits all enemies in front of you. So if I use an actual melee weapon, is that better? Deals necrotic in an area. Scales with dex and intelligence. So I can't use that. Maybe I can. I can use that. $133. So when I'm using this, that's 38. This, 133. This, 50. If I'm using a big two-handed weapon, it actually makes this do more damage, which is very counterintuitive to what I was expecting from a necromancer in terms of gameplay. Cannot leech health from critical strikes, plus 4% to all attributes, 247% increased critical strike chance. I don't know, man. Do we go with some of these crazy legendaries? Or uniques? I have to start using the right term. Bleed on hit. I like this. This one's good. Increased chance to find potions is great, because it synergizes very well with this book, which gives me more damage whenever I use a potion. Right, so I think using both of those is pretty, at least for now, mandatory. Gotta use that. And then it just depends on what weapon I want to use. Honestly, I could use this big axe. I don't know if it's actually better than this, but I could use it. Alright, let's get rid of my extra stuff in my inventory.
Yes? Follow your feet.
You. Now we've every the gods have long left this world, but their memory will give you comfort. Be safe, traveler.
Okay, I need to respec. So we're keeping this. We're keeping the curse. Respecking out of marrow shards. Respecking into harvest. I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. This is either going to be great or terrible. Harvest has a chance to summon a blood specter when it kills an enemy. What was that? Blood specter deals... What was that 60% chance when it kills? The summon? That could be pretty good on packs. Not so sure about sustained damage, but very good on packs. Ward gained per hit. Okay, so this is actually good. This is actually really good. So that, I think I might just take that. This becomes physical, swaps necrotic for physical. Bleed chance per intelligence. So what does this do? This makes it, so instead of you dealing necrotic damage, it deals physical damage and it gains bleed chance. Necrotic resists shred. Area. That's good. So I think we go with ward gain. For now, we pick up area. And then we go from there. I'm really curious to see how this actually works out. Yeah, this teleport is OP. It costs hit points, sure, but it gets around all of the drawbacks that the mage one has.
Your death has come.
What is ward? Yeah. So if you look at around the health bar, there's like a little detail here that fills up with ward. Protects your hit points and degens over time very quickly. This is actually really funny because all the damage I'm doing to myself from killing things is being absorbed by my ward instead of my hit points. So the more ward I regenerate, the less impact I feel from the things that are like, you kill something, and then you lose 5% of your hit points over time. The ward is just soaking that up. Spirit Plague? Wait, what? So this is also a curse. Curses the target with a powerful necrotic damage over time effect which lasts 3 seconds. Spreads to a single nearby target on target death. Oh no, that also sounds really good.
What? Goodbye.
All right, so Leech. This is nice. Although I don't deal elemental damage, but the resists are pretty good. Percent chance to poison nearby enemies on kill. Also gives me poison resists. Whenever I kill an enemy, there's a chance to inflict poison on enemies around them. I'm not really scaling by poison right now, but I mean, it couldn't hurt. Let's see. I feel like we should go with... Getting this is nice. So I have to take Mania of Mortality. So ward gained when something nearby me dies. then we can get into unnatural preservation for additional survivability. I have to remember I've got 2 different curses now. Oh wait, do they stack? The curses stack? Okay, they do stack. The ward seems like a good solution to all the life stuff. Yes, it does. It really does. Well, it hasn't taken me yet. Always crits. Damage plus 150%. Max hits 1. Cooldown 6 seconds. Six-second cooldown is not the best, but I feel like we're going to be doing some huge hits here pretty soon. So, I think it's worth it. Grants ward to minions. Yeah, we're coming down to Great Scythe here. Harvest hits deal more damage against cursed enemies. Okay, great. Got lots of curses. Okay, so we're just gonna one-shot everything. Seems good, man. I need some kind of leech. I need some physical leech. Once I get leech, I feel like this is going to be really nasty. Yeah. This feels good. I'm hitting these bosses for like 50% of their hit points. With an ability that has 0 cooldown.
Gods be with you. Stay safe.
Feels good, man.
Companions still, I please. Stop him.
Alright, so we're going up into... We're not taking that. Although we can take that. What? Really? I thought you needed both of these. Looks like you just need one. Ward retention and then resistance. That seems right. And then eventually we can get increased necrotic damage. You have a chance to apply damned on hit. I don't know what that means. Physical damage. Bleed duration. Okay, nice. By that point, we'll have chosen our specialization. Oh. I have to go find Panion. Reach the lower district located beyond the armory. Those guys have got a lot of hit points. Oh, hi. Boss time. Dune 3, this is it. Shai-Hulud. We did it, we defeated him. We are the chosen one. It's really satisfying. Yep. I feel like this build's gonna scale pretty well. We'll see. I still have really no idea how this is gonna play out, so it all depends on what skills we have access to later.
Your death has come.
Oh, that was it? I thought there was a boss here. But I guess we did just fight the sandworm boss, so putting another one here might be a little bit too much all at once. think these guys are a pretty good test because they've got a ton of hit points. They're a pretty good DPS test. Here we are at the forge. Things are looking pretty good, right? He's looking alright. Oh my god. That curse is insane. What? That's hilarious. It's just deleting everything. What is this?
Death will not take me.
That is great. Hey, listen, if I have a curse that I can use that wipes out trash like instantaneously, and I've got a big swing melee attack that I can use that kills bosses in seconds, I am gonna do it. That is going to happen.
Eterra's grace be with you. Take care of yourself.
And you, sir. I'm pretty sure it also just destroyed all those barrels. Not only did my curse kill all the monsters, it also killed the barrels. Alright, I have to get to the lower district. Feels pretty good. Feeling pretty good so far. Alright, we just leveled up Harvest and our Curse. Where are these guys coming from? Hang on. This guy? Get out of here. Alright, we're going to increased area is the next thing. 100% increased area. Before we move on to anything else, bigger hits. Literally bigger. I think the challenge here is that those guys explode when they die. So there's just a lot of random damage that's happening. Okay, what's this guy?
Gods.
Order Master Manus, we found you. And here's the lower district. So, let's see. We're looking for Canyon, right? What else can we get with Bone Curse? Is there something that lets me drain HP from them? Armor Shred? Increased area? Let's see. Instantly kills things below 12% hit points. I think Harvest does the same thing. Slow? Slow's not bad. Decreased mana cost, so that's fine. Don't really need to worry about that just yet. Bone Curse's base physical damage is converted to necrotic. Okay, I like that. Okay, that seems really worthwhile.
Stay back.
Accept nothingness.
Stay back. I like how I can just drain hit points from him when I'm far away. Pretty good. So now I can summon volatile zombies.
The void's power. So much for their mighty elder. Pathetic.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Target enemy and all nearby enemies take fire for damage per second. Each enemy can only have one infernal shade attached at a time. So what, you haunt them? You haunt them with fire ghosts? That seems really awesome. Great. Fantastic. Let's do that.
You seem a little disoriented. This key might be kind enough to show you how to tap into your true potential.
It's time to select a specialization. I'm not entirely sure which one I should go with the direction that this build is going. Not enough buttons to press.
You've woken up. That's good.
I like that they make you make
sure
choices.
You have. Then close your eyes.
Okay.
And focus on the potential you wish to wield.
This feels like a Lich.
Guide the shades to you.
This feels like a Lich build. 5% more damage per curse on the target. I'm looking at the Warlock. 5% more damage per curse. 35% necrotic and fire. Reaper form. Temporarily grants you the Reap ability. Let's see. 1% of damage dealt is leashed as health. Spells and melee attacks deal increased damage equal to your missing health. Really? Oh, really? No, I do like that. I think we're going Lich. I think we're going Lich with a harvest build here. So now we have to figure out where to put Reaper form on our bar. This deals damage? Is that counting the damage that it deals when I consume it? Yeah, now I'm running out of buttons. I don't know which one to take. To trade for Reaper form. I'm looking at all these Lich abilities, and this just looks amazing. Reaper form obviously looks fantastic. Deals necrotic damage. Death Seal removes all ward and seals your health, preventing it from going above its current value for 5 seconds. And then you deal more damage based on your lower health. Aura of Decay. Enemies near you or in the trail are poisoned 4 times a second. And your chance to poison on hits applies to each of these instances at 25% effectiveness. So that's like really good for a poison build right there. So if you really wanted to scale poison, you could do that. Ooh, I like that a lot. Ooh, I like that a lot. That seems good. Channeled spell. So Drain Life is a channeled spell that heals you and deals damage. You have no mana or general channeling. Alright, got it. Let's go with trade this out for this. I just want to see what this looks like.
I see that you are still you. That strength will be necessary if our world, our reality, is to have any hope.
Spell damage leashed as health. Is this a spell? It's a melee. You deal increased damage and the effect is tripled at low life. Damn. I feel like we're gonna be dying a lot in the future, but the trade-off is gonna be totally worth it. I see myself dying quite a lot with this build. Okay, this is amazing. So, dashing, using a reap, puts transplant on cooldown. Interesting. And then when your health drains to 0, you will return to human form at full HP. Oh, wow. I'm liking it so far. Looks great, man.
Gods be with you.
Why entice? But you, thank you. There is an old passage to the surface.
Okay.
I will dispel.
I think that's where we're going to end for the night. It's almost midnight. I got to get up for early work meetings. So that's going to be it. We'll have to see where this this whole Lich thing takes us next time. I'm really curious to see how this build plays out. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, folks. Hey. Alright, so, hey, if you enjoyed the stream tonight, don't forget to follow the broadcast here on Twitch. If you're watching over on YouTube, click the subscribe button, and don't forget to, you know, like the broadcast and comment and do all that good stuff over there. Engage with the content is what I'm trying to say. I'll be live again on Wednesday nights, starting at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time, Wednesday. Hope to see you all then. Continuing our last Epoch playthrough. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Wrapped up the Meteor Sorcerer. We're diving into the Lich Acolyte. Big melee damage, big drain. Lots of missing life. I can't wait. It's like I'm living on the edge every second with this build. All right, folks. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you all in a couple days. In the meantime, folks, have a great rest of your night. Have a fantastic Tuesday, and I'll see you all then. Good night. Cheers.